Trust in what's coming. Breathe. Trust in your knowing. Breathe. It's deeper and wider and holy. Breathe. Trust in what's coming. Breathe. Trust in your knowing. It's deeper and wider and holy. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
Hi everybody, good to be with all of you. So we're here, we're going to do some pausing as preparation for Shabbat and some meditating and bringing awareness to our minds and our hearts just to practice being human together. My name is David Ingber, I'm the senior rabbi, I guess, and the founder of Romemu. I'm happy to be here with all of you. This meditation in the middle of the day is brought to you by the Romemu Yeshiva, and one of our alum, Bachi, is our host today. Every day we have members of that remarkable cohort and those people who came through the yeshiva informing us of stuff that we need to know about in the Romemu community and beyond. So Bachi, hi.
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 Today is just another day. Comes after yesterday, comes before tomorrow, but it also happens to be the last day of this particular program. So I'm just really noticing and reflecting on all the days that have come before today, and I just want to express deep gratitude to this whole community that has slowly formed over this time. We're not saying a word to each other, but I feel really connected to each of you, just sharing this little pocket of space and time and presence together. And I look forward to connecting, who knows in what form it'll take, but we hope that you stay connected to the yeshiva and to Romemu programs. So one last sit together, and I'm sure I'm confident that we'll still feel connected to each other even after this program ends. So thank you, Rabbi David, as well, for leading us.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I think that we'll be back during meditation with everybody just after this little break, and I'll be taking a little break, and then the program will come back. I really would like to be sitting with everybody daily, which is a great thing. And in about a minute or so, or a little bit less than that, I'm just going to ring the bell, just inviting everybody. This is the great week of forgiveness in the Torah, the great reveal that leads to reconciliation. And we were discussing in our class just now that one of the features of this exchange between the biblical character Judah and Joseph that potentially facilitates this reconciliation and this kind of rapprochement is that Judah has touched his own suffering, and that instead of it embittering him, it actually opens him. And so he can readily identify with his father Jacob, who has the potential in this week's Torah portion to lose his second son. And that motivates him from great compassion to overcome his, what should be scary, which is to confront a powerful and seemingly arbitrary despot. I'm going to ring the bell and invite that level of compassion, loving kindness towards ourselves, towards this moment. And see this moment as the bell is signaling some arbitrary, too, difference between last moment and the coming moments. On this liminal space created by our own contrivance and our own intention, that even as we begin, that this sit is both for its own sake and for the sake of waking up in our lives. Setting our intention for the next 17 or so minutes of intentional direction of awareness and focus. And we begin, if you feel comfortable, with a gently closed eyes. And just noticing how you are, how your body is at this moment, without the almost automatic manipulation of your body. So frequently we look at something and the first thing we want to do is change it and fix it, improve it. Just notice what is at this moment. And as you meet yourself in this moment, meet where you are, meet what you are. And settling in. And you can bring your attention, your awareness to the breath. Noting too that as you become aware of the breath, the tendency often is to try to do something with the breath, to make it bigger or smaller, deeper or more shallow. Just finding the life force, the breath. And with a loving awareness, intending to stay with the breath until our minds pull us. And when we notice that, we gently redirect ourselves back to the breath. And just check in with yourselves to see if you're working hard, if your effort to be with yourself, to be with your breath, is more than what you really need. You have an idea of what it means to be with the breath that you are trying to achieve. How will you know when you're with the breath? You can let those things go. And just be your breath. Rising and falling. And from this place of awareness and attention and settling in, I invite you to bring to mind the first answer to the question, if you could reconcile with. And hold that gently in awareness as a prompt, as an invitation, see what arises. If you could reconcile with. If I could reconcile with. Touching the energy and the intention behind the longing for reconciliation, for repair. If only I could reconcile with staying fully in the present moment, connected to the breath, feeling that intention. If I could reconcile with, if only I could reconcile with. You know, this prompt, this invitation, I'm afraid to approach this, but I can touch it with courage. I'm afraid to approach this, but I can touch it with courage. Noticing your body and your breath. In our final minute together, and just placing your right hand on your heart, and if you're comfortable, also your left hand on your belly, and breathing intentionally into your full torso. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of approaching, but I can touch it with courage. So beautiful to be with you guys. I wish I could just meditate all day with all of you. Just a reminder, of course, that meditation doesn't begin with the bell or end with it. Just as Shabbos doesn't begin and end, as it were, with Shabbat's closing. The great Kafka said, right, the Messiah will come when we're no longer searching for the Messiah. Like this great longing that we have to extend practice into the way that we are in the world for the sake of our own hearts and the hearts of the ones whom we love the most, those who are closest to us, and of course, for the sake of all humans whom we encounter and all other creatures we want so badly to live in a courageous heart. And deep within that heart, there's still a broken place, which also gives us strength too. It allows us to feel the suffering of others as not other. And that loving kindness, when it meets the suffering of others, becomes great compassion. We studied that quite a bit this week, and so I bless all of us with compassion to be able to be with one another. I bless all of us with the joy of Shabbat, which is on the way. And certainly it is a great act of courage to be joyous in these moments, especially as winter has come and the world around us looks the way it does. To bring joy is really a great gift. I want to thank Bachi for hosting and for bringing such a tender quality to the awareness of the Sangha that's already been formed here, this tzibur, this kila, this community, this we that we are. To Ari for your hosting behind the scenes always, and to all of you for dedicating time out of your very busy lives to practice and to be with the Romemu Yeshiva in practice. I look forward to being with all of you when I'm back from a bit of a break, and I hope all of you take care of yourselves and continue to practice and be centered. Have a great Shabbos wherever you are. See you in the synagogue or the synagogue. Shabbos.